Welcome back into Lowcountry Money Talk. If you're just tuning in, we are kicking off our first show today, and boy, we're getting to know Philip Bloyd, of course, with Revolutionary Financial Group. We've got a lot of background information on you so far, although I have a feeling we could talk a lot longer about that.
Yeah.
I want our viewers to know, though, a little bit about Revolutionary Financial Group as we, sort of kick off this first episode, and really what sets your company apart, because you talked about individualization.
Right.
That's key.
So we kind of got ahead of the game. I always try to see what's ahead of us instead of what's behind us. So as I saw, in the Midwestern companies where you're recruiting and training and all this kind of things, I said this whole dynamic's going to shift eventually, and it did. So the way I arranged the company, Revolutionary Financial Group. A group is more than one usually, right? So we have two companies there. One is Revolutionary Wealth Management Corporation. This is a registered investment advisory firm, and this is based upon fee-based asset management. So in this company, we will manage assets and charge a fee based upon how much we're managing. Then when we do other planning, we need things such as insurance. Any big advanced marketing cases, you're going to need some type of insurance products and this and that. So we have one, this is very original, PT Bloyd and Associates Incorporated.
There you go. That's a mouthful.
that's the insurance agency part of Revolutionary Financial Group. So we basically combined the two where that we can offer everything that we think that a client may need in their retirement.
And that's brilliant, because you know what, they're so interconnected, right? I mean, what your portfolio looks like, what your family setup looks like, and then your needs on the insurance side, of course, are really, integrated. So having a company that can incorporate those things into, one discussion and under one roof is really great. I think for our viewers watching, we can all agree that makes perfect sense. Let's talk a little bit more about the show. So this is going to be a fun show ahead. We're talking money, but we're really going to relate it to our viewers at home. Not just, money and stocks and trading, but what's happening, right?
Sure. Well, we can always turn on any of the media outlets and see the streaming under the screen, the stock ticker tape. I think today, more so than in the past, it's so emotional. Like today the market is way up and you should be in there, and tomorrow it's down so many points and it's doom and gloom, and we want to be more strategic than that. Yeah. So if we look at strategic planning, there's more to retirement than how much do I have in stocks or this or that or whatever type. It's when I take my money out, how is it taxed? How did I arrange my money? Am I going to pay capital gains? Am I going to pay income tax on this money? How does that work? And how much will I lose to management and expenses, internal, external expenses, all these things. And we want to talk about the topics of the day.
Absolutely.
What is the topic of the day? Well, it could be inflation, or it could be required minimum distribution. There was changes in these over the last several years. So we're going to have like a current events type. This is what you're hearing on TV today. How do we address it as a retiree? How can I plan for this? I've always felt with my military background is that if we're stressed out, if we set plans ahead of time, and we're like, oh yeah, I already have a plan for this, it kind of relieves the stress so that we can go out and enjoy retirement.
Absolutely.
We saved all of these funds so that we can move to Hilton Head or the Lowcountry, Bluffton, wherever, and enjoy them. So why am I still all stressed out about these things?
Right. And one of the things you said that is so key is we do tend to be so keyed into the gains and the losses, and that's where the expert comes in to make sure we've got our eye on the big picture here, and what is our long-term goal, what's it going to cost us if we do decide to exit, and all those things that come into play. So we've got a lot of topics we're going to cover throughout the season. You talked about one on the docket for current events. Of course, inflation is one. We're going to dive into just a little bit as we return from the break. Phil Bloyd. Again,
All
it's
right.
with Revolutionary
Thanks.
Financial Group. You're watching Lowcountry Money Talk. We have more coming up next.